Mm, Good evening, Auntie. Good evening. That's what I'm talking about. Well. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Keena's Corner. I'm your girl, Keena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. On Keena's Corner, I speak facts, opinions, truths, vulnerabilities, and need to knows. I'm really excited tonight. Hey, y'all. Hey, mama. My girl, Tracy. Thank y'all for coming back. But tonight is really special for me. Feeling good. Got a little something in my cup over here. Wait, can y'all see my cup? Guys, that's my book cup. Got a little something in my cup, feeling good. Not for the from the drink, but I'm just feeling good anyway. Tonight is episode 10. Episode 10, and that's pretty good. Yesterday made 2 months since I started. I started December 14th of last year, 2023. And tonight is episode 10. So tonight's episode is actually a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over every episode that I've done, 1 through 9, but not full episodes. I just recommend you go back and listen to them or watch them for best quality because sometimes I don't know when these videos on here are choppy and it's blurred and slowed down and skipping. I don't know because I can't see it while I'm doing it live. I have to go back afterwards and watch it and see. So for best quality, I do recommend the podcast site. So you are welcome to go back and watch them. I'm on a whole bunch of them, but the most two common ones that everybody has access to, all you got to do is download the app, Apple Podcasts, and then Spotify. Spotify, you have to download. Most people have iPhones. If you have an iPhone, you already have Apple Podcasts, unless you deleted it, but you can get it back. I'll be starting subscriptions soon. So, like I said, if you support me, like you said, do it's not high at all, y'all. I'm just gonna have them at 2.99, but it'll just be for earlier content. So right after I post it out for here, I'll post it on there, and then you'll have access to it. If not, you'll have to wait later on in the day. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me, for hanging in there. Go ahead and hit the like button for me if I'm not asking too much. If you watch it at a later date, do the same as well. Give me a comment. Let me know what you liked about it and all that good stuff. I also ask this time, well, I ask every time. Congrats. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Stepdaddy, what's up, man? What's up? Um, I do ask, stick around to the end. Like I said, it's episode 10, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out this season. So this season was pretty much about like me or you, healing us, right? I think that was pretty good. Kinda with the exception of maybe like one episode. I had two this season that were requested. And I think the one about paying bills, is not necessarily about, healing or whatever. But again, I'm gonna go through everyone. I just gonna give you some I'm gonna give you some takeaways, like highlights from every episode. If you missed them, just go back and listen to them. Again, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I'm on a bunch, so you cannot miss them. Again, please hit the like button while you're here. If you're not subscribed, do that for me. I'd appreciate it. Don't leave. Stay until the end. If you stay until the end, I'm gonna have a little Q&A session so you can ask me some questions. Um, and I'm gonna have a little giveaway too if you stay to the end. You got to stick around to the end though. So, again, welcome. Now, a little recap. So, this is season one. This is seasons one recap. Anything you might have missed. So, episode one was titled Know Your Worth and Add Text. Know Your Worth and Add Text. And pretty much on this episode, I spoke about self worth, like you knowing who you are and knowing uh, what you're worth. Now, like I've said back then and on that episode, I know who I am now. And when you don't know who you are, you're going to give people the opportunity to do it for you. When you don't know who you are, when you don't know your worth, you give people, they're going to decide for you pretty much what you're going to tolerate. Please know that your worth is beyond your physical, what your physical body looks like. It's a deep inner knowing of knowing what you're worth. Also understand. A guy's worth should not be determined based upon what he can provide. I'm not telling any man not to come with stability. I'm not telling you that. What I'm saying it's not based upon that either. His worth is not based upon what he can provide or do for you. It's a deep inner knowing of who he is. Um, I've been saying it, I think every episode, a lot. Um, for this one, I also said that singleness doesn't always like equate to or doesn't always mean loneliness. It's a time for you to sit by yourself, self reflect. I, one thing I said in that it was really good. They always tell you that uh, the best way to get over another man is to get on a new one. I disagree. The flex is being able to sit by yourself, sit alone, and get over whoever you're trying to get over. Period. That's the flex. That is the flex. When you don't know your worth, you're going to tolerate things that are hurtful, things that you know, or relationships or marriages that you know you have no business in. Period. So the key point for episode one: when you know your worth, you won't depend on anyone else for your happiness. Your happiness. You'll depend on you. You'll know that it's no one's responsibility to make you happy. Being secure in you stems from knowing your worth. Period. Okay. That was episode one. Episode two, it was about, or the topic was toxicity. This shit ain't cute, and it's not cute. Um, Pretty much, just to make it quick, toxicity is not cute, and to keep it censored, it's not cute because it literally can get you unalived. Seriously, it's not cute, and we make it uncute. We make it cute these days. It's not though. Real quick, some examples of toxicity in relationships or marriages. Remember, we discussed negative criticism. This is where you feel like anything you do, you just can't do it right. Whatever you do, you can't do it right. Just remember though, if somebody can get you feeling that way, like you can't do anything right, that's their goal. Remember that that is their goal. Their goal is to break you simply because they're already broken. Catch that. That's a fact. Um, Another example of toxicity, remember that they aren't truly happy for you. They are not happy for you. If you ever got an accomplishment, you bought a new vehicle, you got a promotion at your job, you did something that you thought was worth, a celebration, and they weren't truly happy for you. That's toxicity. Another form of toxicity, control. I mean, what you wear, where you go, and if you have any finances, anything like that, that is a form of toxicity. You don't need to be there. Number four, no accountability. A lot of people know nothing about this. Accountability. It means that you're always wrong. They never found, they will never be wrong, but you always are. They can never sit down and tell you that they were sorry, that they were wrong. A lot of people know nothing about that. That's toxic, y'all. Disrespect. That's simple. They belittle you. They call you out your name. They hurt you. That's all. It's a form of disrespect. What I mean by belittling is, I think it's worth saying again. Say, for instance, you have a flaw about yourself, and most women do. A lot of women, most women I know are insecure about a bunch of things, but one common thing is always going to be weight. Say, for instance, you don't like your weight, and you and your partner, your mate, whoever it is, your spouse, y'all get into an argument, and the first thing they go at is the thing that you're most insecure about. That's toxic, and they meant to hurt you, and I hope you understand that. All right, then number six, physical abuse. Physical abuse. This is throwing objects, you being hit, you being pushed, you being shoved, you being spit on, like their bodily fluids. That is abuse. That's abuse, and it's toxic, y'all. Manipulation, abuse in any form, lying, stealing, cheating, jealousy. That's crazy how you can sleep to somebody who's jealous, sleep next to somebody who's jealous of you, but it's toxic. You don't need to be there. How a person treats you is going to tell you what they feel about you. Actions speak louder than words. It's not cute, y'all. Getting your head not between the wash and the dry. Yes, it's a cute saying, but it's really not cute. Get you unalived. Somebody smashing TVs, popping up at your house, calling you all the time and expecting you to answer, tearing up the house, punching walls and stuff like that. Eventually, it's going to be you. Nothing about that is cute, y'all. It's not cute. So my key point here for toxicity, episode two. Love is not expressed by black eyes having to cry, wonder, or walk on eggshells. Love is not name calling, hitting, or toxicity. Period. You got to know your worth and be able to walk away if it's safe for you to do so. So I'm just here to tell you, love does not have to hurt in order for it to turn out right. That's a word. That's a word. Social media got us thinking we got to accept anything just to say we have a significant other. And that's the problem. Don't accept a piece of anything, a piece of a man, a piece of a woman. You can do better. Point blank, period. Okay. Episode three. And again, I'm just skimming through these, y'all. I'm just skimming through. If y'all need to go back and watch them, you're welcome to, or listen to them. I encourage you to do so. Episode 3 was this was a fan's choice or fan's pick, and it was who pays the bills in the household. Takeaways from this, and I got 4 or 5. I'm sorry, real quick. Takeaways: do what works for your household. Don't let an outsider dictate what goes on inside your household. If y'all are good paying them how you pay them, then continue to do that. No matter if she's paying more, no matter if she's paying 80% of the bills or he is. If your household's fine, nobody's been abused, hurt, manipulated, whatever, y'all are good. I don't understand why you would let an outsider come in and change what has been working for your household. Okay, so number one, do what works for your household. Number two, if the man does pay out the bills, that does not give him the right to be controlling or abusive towards you. Period. That's just I ain't even got to explain that. That's period. Number three, if he does pay out the bills later, you should still be stable on your own and have something to call yours. Do not be codependent. Could explain that a little bit. Something happens. Can you leave? Can you move? Can you get you and your kids gone? Do you have something to call yours? Do you have a vehicle? Do you have a career or a job? Things like that. That's what I mean. Number four, ladies, if you make more, listen to me good. If you make more, you do not have the right to disrespect this man, to talk crazy, to talk down on him, to go to your family gossiping about this man, or leave the household. You do not have the right to do that. That's not your position. Even if you do make more money, he should still be the head of the household, the king of the house, according to God. That's how it works. Can't get mad at me. Just think of it as this perfect analogy. Fantasia said this, and I loved it because it makes perfect sense. You're the neck, he's the head. That head can't turn without that neck, can't make any decisions without you, but you are not meant to lead the household, period, whether you like it or not. Just remember that this is your helpmate. You saying my money, my money, my money, and you throwing it in somebody's face. Those eyes and me, they leave when you get into a relationship, or commitment, or marriage. It should be we and ours at this point. There are no eyes and minds. Remember that this is your helpmate. Helpmate. Remember, a man taking care of an entire household when he can't afford it can be stressful. And men do get stressed on top of everything else and whatever else he has going on. Men get stressed, ladies. Remember that. As a woman looking for someone to take care of you just ain't it. Period. What you should want taken care of is your heart. The rest you can do. Understand that being taken care of, being financed, and simply money, it does not impress women. Women like me just want their heart taken care of, to be loved properly. And that's what you should care about. All right. Episode 4 was titled Rule Number One: Never never be okay with being number two. Um Again, just to make it quick, before I ever went through this, I knew before I found out that somebody was assigned to my commitment. I knew I never do it to anyone else before it ever happened to me anyway. Yeah, people say never, but I know what I'm capable of. And one thing I don't do, I try not to intentionally hurt people, and I don't want to play with people's feelings, period. Because I don't want it done to me anyway, but I'm different. Um, like I said, for me, I don't think it should be okay intentionally hurting somebody. Secondly, I believe in God and karma. I just don't want the problems that come with it, y'all. Thirdly, it's been done to me, and I just don't wish it on anybody. The pain, I don't. So, takeaways from this one: if you were chosen as a side, this does not make you better than the one that cheated on you with. Somebody needs to hear that and feel that and understand that. It makes you weaker. It makes you weaker because you accepted something that somebody else would not. Somebody else held them accountable for, and you're not. You're pretty much convenient. Number two, you are right. I got the mindset that a lot of us live by in these situations. If you are the side, you're right. You did not owe their partner any loyalty. You're absolutely right. I do agree with you on that. But you do owe yourself some respect. You and that person and that, the person you're with and the person in that relationship, you owe yourself mainly respect. Number three, takeaway. Don't blame the other person. Do not blame the other person, your mate, whoever you were with, whoever you're married to, whoever you're in a relationship with. They are the person that you made this commitment to. Don't blame the other person. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. Your mate invited them in. Your mate. Number four, if they can't love you publicly, don't let them do so privately. Ooh, that's a word. If they can't love you publicly, don't let them do so privately. Be private when it comes to your love life, but there is a difference between privacy and secrecy. Did you catch it? Somebody caught that. I hope you caught it. This is a good one. Episode 5. This one, I talked about the importance of was called, I'm sorry, this topic was called Parenting Handling Homework. Thought it was a pretty cool title. But I talked about the importance of me time, the importance of having a good support system, and then parenting while working and trying to heal and making time for yourself, which is very hard. So takeaways. Me time. It's not, science, whatever, rocket science. You need time alone so you're able to be better present for your children. When you don't get that time alone, I'm telling you, you're gonna spaz. You're gonna be hollering at your children for no reason. You're gonna be very agitated. You ain't gonna have no patience with them. You're gonna have like zero tolerance. You need time alone. When you get time alone, yeah, you may feel guilty, but you need the time so you can be better present in their presence for your children. Go do something that you like when you are alone. My children be gone tomorrow. I already miss them and they ain't even left yet. And they'll be back in a day or two, Sunday. But I know I need the time as well. You've got to find something to do. Make it about you. Go do something that you want to do. Even if it's you sitting at home all day, that's fine. But it's the time alone. Make it about you. You've got to have a life outside of your children. Number two, have a good support system who knows when you may need a break. But know that you and the other parent are the only ones who are obligated to keep your children. Please understand that. It ain't your grandma or their grandmother. It's not your mother. It's not your dad. It's not your uncles. Nobody. It's not their responsibility to take care of your children. So if you do have a good support system, appreciate them. They do not have to keep your children for you. And I hope you understand that. All right. Episode 6 was titled She Wants to Live the Soft Life. And on this one, I spoke on like why it's a struggle to actually get to the soft life. Whether it's like single parenting, knowing your worth, etc. It's just hard to get there. And the takeaways I had for this one, just four. Deep down, we all want the soft life. A lot of us have simply gotten comfortable, functioning on our own, doing so much on our own. And it's like, mainly due to heartbreaks and disappointments. All right. Number two, the soft life that you want, it can be attained, but you've got to release the heartbreaks and the ones that hurt you. I hope you heard me. That's good. Your mindset is everything. You've got to release that pain and the heartbreaks and the ones who've hurt you. You got to release it. Your mindset is everything. A man, I used to say a man is an accessory, not a necessity, but now I see it differently. I know deep down I don't. I mean, I know I don't need a man. I can function without him. I've been doing just fine on my own. But then again, in a way, I do need him for the things that I cannot do for myself, is my point. Ladies, I know, we know you are fully capable of doing it all on your own, but understand that a real man won't let you. Just hang on. He's coming. The soft life that you seek is coming, but you've got to have the right mindset and you've got to hold on, be patient, and work on yourself first. Episode 7. Episode 7 was titled Healing Past and Childhood Traumas. And on this one, we discussed trauma or things you might have experienced in your childhood or witnessed. Um, Also, how when you don't heal those wounds, it's gonna continue to show up in your life in some kind of way, even in your like adulthood when you're fully grown. Takeaways. Remember that the things you witnessed or experienced in your childhood will continue to show up until you decide to heal it. It's going to show until you decide that you want to heal it. You want to do better. No matter how much you try to forget about it, it's gonna come out as anger, rage. You hurting people because you were hurt, it happened to you, etc. Number two, never let your trauma be an excuse to behave badly. You can do better. Because it was done to you, it don't give you a right. It don't make it right. It don't give you a right to go around hurting other people and doing it to others simply because it happened to you. That's a poor excuse. It's an excuse, but it's just not valid. You've got to recognize it as an issue and then work on fixing the issue. You've got to care enough to fix it. But a lot of the times, um, people are okay living in their brokenness because being broken gets them a lot of attention. That's sad, but it's true. When you choose not to heal, you're gonna continue to bleed on people who never cut you. That's not right. What you do is let your trauma be your power and your purpose, your testimony. You've got to be willing to fix it though. Know there's a problem and that there are solutions to your problem. Sit still and heal. Period. All right. Episode 8, a quick recap. On episode 8, it was titled "You Got Played, Now What?" And I actually heard it was one of my best yet. And for me, I did go back and listen to it. It was pretty pretty good. So I hope y'all go back and check these episodes out. But on episode 8, again, you got played. Now what? I spoke on do's and don'ts of breakups and then marriages is what I spoke on. And the takeaways from this one, just to make it quick, what you don't do, for me, you don't seek revenge or try to get your lick back. It's not going to help you move on. It's not going to help you heal. It may help you feel better for a minute, but literally, it's not going to solve a thing. So there's no need in you trying to get revenge or get your lick back on this person. It's just personal opinion of mine. That's how I feel. You don't place blame. Okay? Don't place blame. There's a time and a point for accountability. Don't place blame. Uh, you don't bounce around hopping straight into another relationship. That is not going to help you heal. Take it from me. I've been there. These are facts. This is what I've been through. It will not help you heal. It's not going to heal that hole in your heart, that void that you're trying to fill. You going around from person to person. It's not going to help you heal. What you do is sit still and heal. It's a time to focus on you. What you also do is understand that you don't have to be going back and forth with nobody. No reaction is a reaction. That's another thing you do. Also, this is hard, but I think you should do it. Should try to do it. Trust in God to get your vindication. Trust in God for your vindication. Don't try to seek revenge on people. You got to sit there, give it to them, and leave it there. I ain't say leave it or go give it to them and then go back and get it, pick it back up. No, give it to the one who's equipped to handle it because you're not. You're not. If I handled a bunch of things, I probably would definitely be in somewhere holding up a mugshot like this. And I got on a perfect shirt. It's striped. Let God do it for you. He's equipped to handle it. You ain't got to lift a finger. Let him do it for you. And then what you do as well, as I said earlier, take accountability. Take accountability. I in this episode I read a quote from the Bible and it actually showed up in codependence. I'm gonna read it to you and then I'm gonna close out this episode. Overcoming condep- I'm sorry. Overcoming codependency as a Christian involves recognizing that one's worth and value comes from God, not from their ability to meet the needs of others. It requires an understanding of the importance of setting healthy boundaries and practicing self care while also showing love and compassion towards others. Ooh, that was a word for me. I don't know about y'all, but it was a word. All right, and then the one I did last week, episode 9. Quick recap. This one was titled "Leaving Isn't Easy, but Sometimes Isn't Necessary." And the four takeaways I have for this one, of course, like there are reasons why we stay. We spoke on these. Could be children, history, your finances, or you needing the finances, wanting to maintain a luxurious lifestyle. But all of that means nothing when you're unhappy, when you're being mistreated. It means not one single thing, none of it. I'm serious. Number two, we are being afraid to start over. You thinking no one will want you. You having these what ifs. You being scared of being alone. It's all normal. But remember, the longer you stay and accept it, usually it's gonna get worse. Usually it gets worse. They will lose respect for you and the boundaries you've set because they feel like you ain't got no more boundaries here. I done cheated on her one time. She ain't going nowhere. That's what they start to feel. He or she is not going anywhere. I can do what I want now. I got her. I beg you to prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Make them eat their damn words. Them thinking, them thinking you ain't gonna go nowhere. Them thinking they can do whatever they want to you and you still stay is what they had you fucked up at. And you can tell them I said it. Know your worth. Then number 3, takeaway. Don't ever be comfortable having a piece of a man or woman just to say you have one. Do not. We are at this place now, literally, where we will accept anything the bare minimum. Bare minimum, we stay in these relationships, marriages. We know we are not happy, and we do it simply because we want to say that we have somebody. I'm telling you, I would rather be by myself. I'm perfectly fine where I am. Cause it ain't no peace right there. There's no peace. I'd rather be where I am by myself alone, my two children, and I have peace. Last takeaway from last episode, episode 9. This is important. Value the quality of your relationship or marriage more than the attention and validation that you receive from one. That's a word. That is a word. So look, that was a season 1 recap. Season 1 recap. Again, y'all please check out if you missed any episodes. Again, I'm available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, a bunch of them. Literally, all you have to do is search my name. If you don't know what you're doing, you can even go Google me. I'm on there as well. And I hope that you go check these episodes out if you missed any of them, because they're actually, I not just because it's me, but I do think that they're really good and they're helpful. Um, so y'all, now that we are done with that, who's in here? Can you come in? Let me know. Say something else. Who's here? Say something. All right, Mama. Who else? Who's in here? Mm, y'all ain't gonna say that. Anybody who's in here? Can y'all hear me? I want to have a little QA session with y'all. If you in here, anybody? Okay, still here. Okay. All right. Well, only two people commented so far, but um, all right. So I have a friend, and she stays in Memphis, and she actually already made me a shirt that she's gonna send me. Now, if you have been listening to me, if you've been listening to me all season, there is something that I kept saying in just about every episode. It's only 4 words. Can somebody tell me what the 4 words is? Pretty much what season 1 was themed about. Can you tell me? Somebody type it. Who can tell me? Like I said, I think I said it pretty much every episode, and really I mean, I'm sorry, season 1 could be themed after those 4 words. It's just 4 words. Anybody know what it is? Come in. I'm waiting on y'all. Let me know. Okay, you here? I see y'all. This man stupid. Mm. Did y'all hear my question? Do I need to repeat it? Anybody? Y'all heard my question? Do I need to repeat myself? Anybody? 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 Y'all hear my question? Need to repeat myself? Again, if you have been watching pretty much this entire season, there are 4 words. I think I said almost every episode, and I pretty much could theme season 1 around these 4 words. I ain't see your sister. She know. Sit still and heal. All right. Wow. Sit still and heal. Pretty much that's it. That's it. So, Auntie Bam, just text me tonight. I'm gonna get you a size, and I'm gonna get you a shirt sent. And the shirt is gonna have Keena's Corner on it, and sit still and heal on the shirt. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for paying attention. Now, this is another. I can see your comments. This is another participation question. All I want somebody to do, just tell me something that you learned like from season 1. Again, this is episode 10, so we've done other than this, we've done 9 so far. Comment something that you have learned. Also, if you have not read my book right here, y'all can see that. If you have not read my book, um, it's available. I can send it to you on Kindle. You gotta participate a little bit though. So I'm gonna send you a T-shirt on it. But see, you paid attention. Look at that. This man said, "You know we old, don't remember shit." Wow. All right. Okay, Rana. Anybody tell me something that you learned, something that you took away from season 1. Just something. It ain't gotta be long. I'm just looking at your comments. Why y'all doing it? Y'all, I know y'all watch me on here, but you ain't lying. Hurt people hurt people. Why y'all watching on here? Don't take no that's right. Don't take no BS. All right. Why y'all on here? If y'all on Apple Podcasts or whatever, like give me a follow the show. Follow the show and leave me a rating and review. Ain't nobody else gonna say nothing, Mama. You don't want to read my book. You read a chapter and you was grossed. So no, you can't read a book. I'll get you a shirt though. And Auntie Bam, yes, hurt people do hurt people. Absolutely. Have you read my book? The book, y'all, this is a hard copy right here of my book. I only have one here. But if y'all, I can send you my book like probably tonight on Kindle. You do not need an actual Kindle. You can just download the app on your phone. I can send you my book. But I'm gonna warn you now, if you don't know anything about me in that first book, it's something else. It's very erotic. It's very erotic. So if you ain't into that, don't read it. If you don't know who Zane is, you probably don't want to read my book. I'm just putting that disclaimer out there. Anybody got any questions for me? Anything? Any suggestions before I get off? Y'all ain't saying too much to me tonight. Any questions for me? You want me to answer anything? We love you, honey. TT. Don't need you. You may be right, cause she may judge me a little bit then, mama. Yeah, baby. My mama read that first page and she was like, Kena, you nasty. Yeah, girl. Yeah, it ain't for you. Oh, okay. So you want the book? You sure you want that book now? All right. Phew, all right. She said she want the book. I'm gonna send her the book. Read it your own risk. Tracy done read that book. Just ask her. Well, I'm not really here to promote my book, but it's something of my own that I do have. So I'll send you a copy of my book. It's nasty though. Just keep in mind that the book is not a chapter book. And what I mean is, like these are short stories, right? I wrote these. I wrote the stories in here. It's 15 stories. They're not chapters. These are not related. It's just stories. And I wrote all 15 of them by myself. So book belongs to me. But when you get to a new chapter, what I'm saying is those are new stories. It's not chapters, they're not related. But they are really, really, really like I read them and if I read them public, I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I wrote that. Whew. Well, look, man, I'm finna get out of here. I love y'all. If you have any suggestions for me coming in the next week, because I'm gonna keep going, of course. Just I'll start when I start on Thursday next week. It'll be season 2. If you have any suggestions, anything you want me to speak about, all you gotta do is reach out to me. Most of y'all I know you personally, so just hit my any of my socials, my phone, and let me know what you think. And if I know anything about it, I speak on it. If I don't know anything about it, I'll do some research. If I feel like I still ain't equipped for it, I'm not gonna do it. That's just how I operate. I'm not gonna sit here and try to speak on something that I know nothing about because it ain't gonna work well. And then y'all gonna be back there talking about me and shit. Not gonna happen. So I'm about to get out of here. I love y'all so much. If you have not liked the video, give it a like, a share, subscribe, all that good stuff for me. If you support me like you say you do, it won't hurt you to send it to somebody, let them know your girl is in here doing a thing. Right? I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 10. We made it to episode 10, season 1, episode 10, the closer of season 1. We made it. I am your girl, Kena from Kena's Corner, and I thank you so much again for being in my corner. I can't even talk. Again, my name is Kena from Kena's Corner, and I thank you so much, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, for being here in my corner. Um, I'm out, signing out. I love y'all. Good night.